Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the interview today. I'm happy I was able to get this guy to come on. Been knowing him for a while, actually since high school. Y'all may see him. He looks familiar to a lot of people. Quincey White, ladies and gentlemen. Hey man, thanks for coming through, man.
Man, come on, bro. You already know it's love.
You know, last time I seen you was at a gas station. You know, maybe like a year ago, and you had just recently dropped your last project, which was, correct me if I'm wrong, was the seven love languages. Is that what it was?
Yeah, 7 love language.
Right.
I dropped it for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Day. Probably that was the last time I seen you, man. So it's good to see you again, man. For those who don't know you, I'd like for people to go ahead and introduce themselves. So if you don't mind, tell people who you are, what you do, and where you're from.
Yo, my name is Quincey White. I'm a hip hop artist out of South Central Los Angeles. You know what I mean? Actor, voiceover, model, father. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the list continues.
Yes, sir.
Now, I've known you from what I know you from. You've been rapping since high school, probably before then, right?
Nah, it started in like 9th, 10th grade. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I remember, you know, everybody else was doing their thing, but you was always making sure you had your pen on the paper, man. So let's talk about you growing up a little bit. Where'd the passion for music come from?
So my boy Low Pro, which was my best friend growing up and going to high school, we played basketball for Inglewood, and you know, we'd be listening to G Unit, Fabulous, like Nas, like all type of shit, right? And we'll just be listening to music, and then he was like, one day after practice, he was like, "Man, I'm about to go to the studio. I'm about to go to my cousin's studio." I said, "Studio? Like, you do music?" He's like, "Nah, I'm just going to fuck with him." So he like, "Come on." I'm like, "Man, all right, cool." So at the time I was like secretly like writing shit. Like, you know what I mean? Little raps, little rhymes and shit. But nobody really knew. You know, so
And this was, how old was you at this time?
man, when I first went to the studio, I want to say I was like 14.
Okay, all right. So still like 9th grade around there.
Yeah.
Okay, right there.
Somewhere around there, bro. And so we went to the studio, but we always couldn't get in the studio. So really the first time we start, no, matter of fact, let me rewind. I'm sorry. We was recording fucking around on a karaoke machine, bro. So we had a my bad, I hit the mic. We had a karaoke machine. It'd be like one side was a blank tape and one side was the instrumental tape, right?
Okay.
So
right.
Niggas would play the instrumental side and then start recording on the blank side, right? And then you had to go through the whole song. So say if you had like a hook and like verses and shit, you had to do the hook, then jump into your verse.
Right.
Go the hook again. And if you messed up on your second verse, you gotta do the whole song again, bro. So we was doing that for a minute, and we put together our own mixtapes, like just doing whole songs like that. So I had my mixtape, he had his mixtape, like, you know. And he was like, "Man, let's just go to the real studio." And then that's how we start like recording. And we learned how to record ourselves from this dude named Non. We call him Nonsense. I think he stayed on like 120th and I want to say Hoover at the time.
You had to go to the hood for sure.
Not my hood, but
right. To the hood, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So that's how we start doing it like that, man. And ever since then, it's just been like a passion. That shit made me quit basketball. Like,
nah, bro. I mean, I remember, like I said, I remember how serious you was taking it in high school. You know, when people was taking different routes, whether it be in sports, whether it be in gangbanging, you know, Inglewood, you can get whatever you want.
Right.
And I just remember, everybody remembers you for music, for you rapping. Like, okay, that's what he gonna do. So it was it was very clear from that point what you was gonna do, which is interesting because nobody really doing what they plan on doing since high school.
Bro.
But here you are. So let's take a step further back, man. Let's talk about your childhood. What was it like for you growing up in LA? Because you are from LA, but when people say LA could be anywhere, like you ain't from the Valley, right? So
hell no.
So where from LA are you? Right.
So you know, growing up, like when you're younger, you probably moving around a little bit, right? So we lived in like a lot of different hoods. I know we lived in like Watts before, Compton before. I even stayed in the Kitchen Crips before. But my grandma, she always had the house on 127th and Broadway.
Mhm.
So, dad trying to move around and get us stable, but we wasn't really too stable. We'd be at this spot, lose it,
Mhm.
this spot. Then we even slept in a van before, like, his
Yeah.
van. So when we start reaching that level of instability, um, grandma was on her like last leg of life.
Yeah.
And then she was just like, man, just go ahead and take the house, move your family in it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then she went over with my auntie Debbie, and then she started taking care of my grandma, and that's when we started living over there. So I was going I was going to Inglewood from there.
So when you was going to Inglewood, you was coming from you was coming from the east side.
Yeah. I'm an East Side baby.
You was
Like,
catching that 115, huh?
I caught the
Yeah.
bus before, but yeah, it wasn't the smartest move though.
I'm already knowing. I was on the 115 too, and I'd be like, man, you get everything you want in that 115, right?
Yeah, it wasn't the smartest move, bro.
So interesting, right? Interesting. Even now, because you mentioned your father. Where
Mhm.
did you grow up with both parents in the household, or what was it like, kind of growing up?
Yeah. So it's like I did grow up with both parents, right? But the thing is, they show love, like, as best as to their ability. You know what I mean? But we don't realize how much trauma is in like instability.
Come on,
Like
man.
moving
Man.
here, moving there, moving schools, trading, getting new friends, and like and struggle,
Man.
bro.
Yeah.
Struggle. We just like, obviously it's more on the parents' back because it's ultimately up to them to figure it out. But shit, we're not even realizing like all that shit we really going through. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't too hard because we all was close. So it's like whatever we was going through as a collective.
Yeah.
So it was pretty easy to navigate like in that, sense.
Did you have siblings? You have brothers, sisters, or was it just you?
Nah, I got siblings.
Okay.
It's like 5 of us. Yeah.
Man, so your parents were trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
What did your father do professionally,
So
or for work, should I say?
he worked at American Airlines
Okay.
for 35 years.
Wow.
He was a crew chief, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So he had a cool position up
Mhm.
there, and everybody loved him. Like he took us up there one time for like this Christmas thing they was doing. Had us as a kid, like little bitty kid, sitting. I remember that we got this picture sitting on this on Santa lap, like young as hell. Like,
Was it a white Santa?
man, you already
In the
know.
90s, right?
You know what I'm saying? It was always the white side Santa, bro.
Right,
Like,
right.
I'm like, who is this
These
dude?
kids would never know the
Yeah,
trauma of the white Santa that we had to go through
was
to get a black Santa.
sitting on the Colonel lap from KFC, nigga.
No, and the reason why I ask these questions because you talked about like the childhood being like that trauma, but it's the foundation
Yeah.
of who we are, right? Because
Yeah.
we literally derive from everything we experience. And I'm happy to hear that you had your mother and your father, because that's not a typical 80s babies, 90s baby story, right?
Right.
The struggle is still there for everybody, but the fact that you have both parents, I think, says a lot. Now I want to ask you about your father, because you were a father.
Right.
I'm a father, and now we have a real perspective of what a father is. How much impact do you think your father had on what you do today, and just how you turned out as a human being?
Man, my father, bro, like he was like a genuine person. Like what we all got problems, right? We all have our vices and stuff like that. But besides all that, like he was a good dude, man. He like I said, he was genuine. He'll give you the shirt off his back. You know what I'm saying? Like he had money issues a lot because he liked to gamble, but you can tell that he loved us though. Cause even when he
Yeah.
had his problems, he'll still go figure it out. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Even if he had to go ask this person and ask this person, or go do this or go do that, or sell this or sell, like he made it happen though. Like, you know what I mean? Because I look back at it, my mama never worked.
Mm.
Right. So it was all on my dad. You know what I mean? The house, the car, the all 5 kids. So like, and with a money problem. So
Yeah.
it's like, man, he did what he had to do, bro. And going to me, me and my daughter is like super close, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm with her a lot. She like to swim. She's like an incredible like artist. She be drawing all type of stuff. She's on the spectrum though. She has mild autism.
Mm-hmm.
So like I make sure that I don't cripple her by enabling her and stuff like that because she's very smart and intelligent. And the only thing she kind of has trouble with is like speaking like thoroughly,
Mm-hmm.
like holding a long conversation. She'll go back and forth with you for like 3-4 phrases and then she'll like don't want to talk no more, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But I think that's kid stuff too though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They don't want to talk when they don't want to talk.
I remember you in Perfect Timing, you created a song about her. Is that correct? If I remember correctly. I know I'm taking you back. That's like 2000, I don't know what, 17, something like that. But
I'm trying to see.
I do remember you saying that in one of your songs.
Oh yeah. I did say it on Perfect Timing.
Yeah, you did. And I have 2 daughters.
Okay.
So, for me, I kind of, I relate to it. You know what I mean? What that's like coming from where we come from, and then being able to having to raise a a young woman, right? That's a whole different experience. So, well, one question I want to ask you: are you the oldest in your sibling group?
No, I'm the second oldest.
You're the second oldest. Okay. Well, what kind of responsibility do you feel like you bear being the second oldest? I don't know the ratio between boys and girls, but if you don't mind, like breaking that down for the people who gonna watch this.
I think you said as far as me being the second oldest, like the responsibility I hold.
Because you the oldest, you have an older brother or are you
older brother? Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. So I feel like even though I'm not the oldest, sometimes I feel the pressure of being the oldest. Like if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. The oldest ain't always the oldest.
I think because of what I do, you know, it's like more pressure on me because it's like I'm like the person in the family that everybody.
You're a public figure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like that type of pressure of trying to like be there for everybody and make everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I go after my dreams and stuff, I still want to let the people know around me that I love them, that I care about them. I want to spend time with everybody. So I may not be able to spend all the time with you because I'm giving it to somebody else too, or my friends, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like just finding that balance, you know what I'm saying? But I know that ultimately I have that load to carry for the family to keep the legacy going, you know what I'm saying? And put that in cement, you know what I'm saying?
Asking this question before we move on, but talk about your father, and like I stay on fathers because like I am one, right? I can't speak for mothers because I'm not, but from a father perspective, I feel like fathers teach certain things to their children that otherwise wouldn't be taught. So if you can, what's one lesson that you feel like your father gave to you that you now implement in your fatherhood?
Really, man, my dad was big on like not giving a F about what other people think about him. You know what I'm saying? And what that does, it instills courage and it puts that like you believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like because we already have like our self doubt, right? So if you like listening to all the noise while you're trying to do something, it can affect your performance. Not just in like a profession like boxing or rapping or basketball, but just in life in general. If you listening to the chatter while you're on your journey, you like, what, huh? Like, and then you taking your eyes off of what's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't say it to me like that, but that's how I took it. Being older and like internalizing it and really taking that. I think like because shit, you'll go into a phase where you're not believing in yourself. So you always gotta be the one that do it, and even if nobody else do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that's a good transition into you as a professional.
Yeah.
Because at some point you have to decide, I'm gonna go all in with this music and entertainment business. At what point was that? Do you feel like was it prior to? Because I mean, even in high school, you're probably still on the fence because we young. You know, you 16, you don't know really what's going on. But at what point you're like, this is it?
Okay, so all right, let me try to remember. So I feel like high school, I still was like, this shit fun.
Right.
Like it just took the place of basketball because like I didn't want to leave the studio now to go play basketball. And when I did, it was like it was still fun because it would be like a hobby. Now basketball is my hobby. This was like my passion. Right. So when did I realize I wanted to do it? So I would always like keep raps on me. So everybody would be showing me off. Hey, rap something real quick.
Oh,
Little
yeah.
homie hard or blah, blah, blah. So I'd be in parties like rapping and shit. Everybody wanted me to rap.
Yep.
And they like, man, this little nigga hard. So I'm like, all right, cool. Then so if everybody's saying this, I must be, right? So what happened was my homie Big Mike right here, he was working with my brother at Costco like years ago.
How just for respect, people know, how old was you when we were talking about right here?
Maybe 16, 17. Maybe.
Okay, around that time. I got you. All right.
Okay, 16 probably, something like that.
04, 05.
Yeah,
there.
so my brother was talking to Big Mike about me. Like, yeah, man, you know, check my brother out. He trying to rap and shit. You know what I mean? He like, so he gave the shit to Big Mike. He like, man, he hard though. Like, you know, he hard. He got some potential, right? So he's like, all right, I'm gonna hook him up with my cousin because his cousin was his Baker, man, homie, rest in peace. He had a studio in his apartment in Hawthorne.
Mm-hmm.
So I went over there. I think they had like a little function or something. So we was rapping and shit, or they had me rapping and shit. And then he had a little studio. He had a booth in the closet and shit.
Yep.
And he was growing weed in the closet. So he like, nigga, if you in there, man, don't be fucking up my plants. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be recording and shit, bro. And I'll be never leaving this nigga house. Like this nigga go to work, like, all right, man.
Right.
At first, I was just over there coming and leaving when he leaves and shit. Be like, no, man, you can stay. Go ahead, like record, because he like and he seen it. Every day he came from work, I had like 3 songs to play him.
So and you was recording yourself.
I was recording myself.
So let's stop. Let's talk about this because people got to understand this part right here, right? Because you're gonna blow past this because it's so gone.
Yeah.
But so you at somebody else's house, in their closet,
recording myself. So I hit the button, run in the closet. So I learned how to record myself. Rewinding back, I learned how to record myself like when I went to Low Pro cousin house. Okay. Remember I told you when we was playing basketball.
And this is still in high school.
Still in high school.
Come on, man.
I learned how to record myself on Pro Tools. So fast forward where we at right now. So I was recording myself. So every time he'd come home, songs. So I made a whole mixtape. He got a CD burner. And we just printed them up, wrote on them. He took a little picture of me. I think I hugged the 127th Street sign or something like that. And then we just put some projects out, bro. And then he had a neighbor, right next door. He's like, man, I'm gonna see my neighbor. He connected. You know, he from Bounty Hunters. He from Watts.
Mm-hmm.
But he know a lot of people. So he introduced me to him. His name was Gino. He's resting in peace now too. But this is the homie that ultimately like changed everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just doing shit locally. Like, you know, my hood knew who I was. My friends knew who I was. And it was starting to circulate a little bit. It wasn't nothing crazy yet though.
Hold on. Now, this is when we said CDs, right? Because
we CDs, bro.
Yeah, I want people to understand this. You couldn't just drop some
CDs.
shit.
No, so look.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to that though. We're gonna get to how we used to market ourselves.
Right.
So, bro, he took me to his neighbor house, right? Well, he had told his neighbor to come over. His name was Gino. He was from Bounty Hunters. You know, he used to be in the streets doing this shit. Had a little money. You know what I'm saying? Nigga had 745s and big chains.
Right.
And
he was hood rich.
Yeah, I didn't have no cell phone or nothing. So I got close with him too, right? So I would have his sidekick aiming the girls all day and shit. And he like, and his phone would be going off all day, bro. And I'm just not giving him his phone. I'm just on aim. He like, man, DU double, let me, you know, because my name was Dub at the time. DU double, give me my phone, man. Why you ain't telling me this shit ringing? His shit going off. He like, man, I'm gonna get you your own phone. You know what I'm saying? So he give me a phone because he was really believing in me too.
Yeah.
And then one day he was like, he hit me, right? I was at home on 127 and Broadway. He said, hey, I'm gonna take you to the studio with Game tonight. This is when Game was like red hot, like just
documentary.
Just left G Unit, bro.
Okay.
Just left G Unit.
Right on.
So I'm like, this nigga lying, right? like I'm like, this nigga lying. I've never met nobody famous, bro. Like, and this nigga don't know no game.
Right,
Like,
right.
you know, I'm like, yeah, all right, nigga. Like, all right, for sure. I didn't even get dressed, bro. He said, I'm on the way.
Right.
So he called me again. Hey, I'm outside. I said, oh shit. So I throw some shit on real quick. I always got raps ready. Always got raps ready. So I'm still not believing it. I'm riding with him. We riding to the valley and shit. We get there. Well, I didn't even know it was a valley because, you know,
Niggas never been on the other side. I
Nigga
already know,
never
bro.
left,
I already
bro.
know. Same
Nigga
here,
never
bro.
left the east side,
That
bro.
shit sound crazy, the valley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So we go in this
Nigga
big,
didn't go past the 10.
bro. We go in this big building, bro. And I'm like, okay. I didn't know what a studio looked like. You know what I'm saying? A big studio.
Right.
So we go in, and then this dude named Angelo Sanders. He was the A&R at Aftermath at the time. He was like, man, I'm Angelo from Aftermath. I fuck with you. I'm like, good looking. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm tweaking at this point.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Like, how you know who I am, right? So we go into the other door. Then I see Game. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm in my head, like, you know, I'm not no starstruck type of dude. But
well,
I'm
you
like,
from LA, you know, I know what it is, yeah.
But it was surreal though. But I held it in.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he walked, he said, hey Gino, you know, this how Game. So, hey Gino, that's your boy. I'm like, yeah. He like, we gonna see what he got. I said, yeah, okay. Like I did one of them. Like, I smirked. He going through beats, and it was this shit called the Cypher, which we end up doing. It was me, Kendrick, J Rock, everybody, right? That was from that class.
Yeah.
Your boy, I think Juice. I forgot who was all. I'm sorry if I'm leaving somebody out. But I'm the first one to go in. No, actually, I'm the last person to go in. Yeah, I'm the last person to go in. So he like, you got something for this? And I'm like, all right. I go in there, bro. Just like how you behind this motherfucking glass. I'm in there in the booth, bro, and I could see everybody in the lobby. Well, not the lobby, but you know, like the main room. Everybody just in there watching you through the glass. They going nuts, bro. Like, cause I was barring on that shit.
Yeah,
like, it was like back then, bro. Cause like we was listening to battle rap.
Yeah.
Cassidy.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Jadakiss. So like I was hella bar heavy back then. Like it was just all punchlines, bro. And everybody was just like, it came out, everybody like screaming and shit. And I'm like, damn, this was up. Like, this crazy, right? So that was a good experience. And then when it came out, bro, I got all this attention. And I was like, I gotta take this shit serious.
Wow.
That's how it happened, bro. Cause up until then, I was taking it serious because it was like it was a passion of mine and I really liked doing it. But I didn't like say, oh, I'm about to be on or I'm about to be a famous rapper. Like that thought never like came in my mind that young until like I start getting the notoriety and I'm like, all right, let's take it somewhere because we pretty much here. You know what I'm saying?
So all this happens as a teenager.
Teenager, bro.
Incredible to have that kind of experience, first of all, as a teenager. And I don't think, how often have you told that story? A few times? I mean, on record, have you told that story on record?
Not in totality, like I just told you.
Okay, because I'm like, yo, that's impactful.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And especially to me, Game is a legend, LA legend for sure. You know what I mean? And I'm happy to hear that he had that impact on your career. Because not say that it wouldn't happen if he wasn't, but the fact that he was able to make you see and understand what you had, you know, by his reaction. So,
well, honestly, bro, like since you are speaking about Game, I don't think people really give him his flowers.
I agree, bro. I agree.
And I'm gonna just say, like on record, bro, like Game is responsible for me, Kendrick, Nip, J Rock. He put all of us in position to get a buzz back then.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
He brought the West back. Atlanta and them had it, bro. They had it on lock. I mean, the whole South had it on lock, bro.
Listen, bro, before I even knew Game and I was in high school and that documentary dropped, I said, ooh, this nigga's like one of the hardest niggas in G Unit, bro.
Come on, bro.
I was like, this nigga hard. Like I was listening to his mixtapes, nigga, the shit he had with Clue, and I'm like, this nigga's stupid. Like this, he's hard. Listen,
like I'm gonna say before the Game in LA, it was all Pretty Ricky and them franchise boys with the white teeth.
White tee. Yup.
And so to me, Game pioneered, second coming of the West.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
you ask me. And him and Dre together, and 50 Cent had a lot to do with that, but because he was popping. But yeah, man, I agree with you. But I want to jump into something you said. You said you went by Dub, and was that your first rap name? Do you have a name before that, or that was it?
My very, very first rap name was Q Dub.
Okay.
Right. And then I just dropped. So it was like Q/DUB.
And that stands for Quincey White, right? Of course, right?
Right. So it was just like the easiest rap name I came up with.
Yeah.
And then, people would just be calling me Dub anyway because
it's shorter.
It's shorter. You know how people do.
Yeah.
Like even right now, my name Quincey White as a rapper, but people be like, "Hey Q, what's up?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I dropped the Q, now I added another B. Right. And then I did that for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I think, was it 2016 when I changed my name to my government name? And like honestly, bro, the reason why, because I feel like I always had a tight name. But, we never embraced our governments when we was younger because just where we was from.
Yeah.
So we felt like we had to have a moniker to.
For sure.
To
man, you ain't lying, bro.
To have a little tough.
Because everybody had like a hood name or something. You had to have something. Yeah. Yep.
Exactly, bro. So that's how it happened, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So it's just something that you woke up with and say, I'm gonna change my name. Like, what was that process like?
It was around the time where I felt like I needed to rebrand myself. When I was Dub, I felt like I got to a point where I exhausted that name, that just the brand. I felt like it just needed a whole new change, bro. And then honestly, it got to a point where I wasn't really talking too much street shit, and I was starting to storytell about real life shit.
Yep.
So I felt like my name and me becoming a man too, it just felt like it just felt like what was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying?
One of my favorite books is 48 Laws of Power.
Yeah.
And number 25 says recreate yourself. It's my favorite law. And so I agree with you in totality that you had to. I just posted something on Instagram about 2 Chainz talking about why he changed his name and rebranded. So it's a smart marketing move and it's something that's necessary.
Yeah, no, it was very necessary, bro. Because honestly, even when I saw myself, like, all right, just imagine you just huge, right? I was like, the name Dub is like, I just had to step outside of myself. I said, that shit kind of whack. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when I tell people my name, or people like, oh, you do music? What's your name? Quincey White? That's your real name? Yeah, it's my real name. That shit hard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I never really looked at it like that when I was younger. You know, I thought Quincy sounded kind of like soft.
Corny, right?
No, not corny, just like soft.
Oh, okay, I feel that.
Being from South Central, Quincy. Hearing the little kids calling you.
I was thinking about Quincy. When I think about Quincy Jones.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking you didn't want to be like an R&B type dude. That's what I'm thinking. So my bad. I'm thinking totally different.
All the kids calling you and shit. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up.
No, I already know. Right? Kids are brutal, right? They don't even care, right? Kids are brutal. I can imagine some of these. I was watching somebody a football. This dude's last name is Fagot. Fagot. I'm like, he had a hard time growing up.
Fagot?
Fagot. Fagot. I said
he was like Nigerian or something.
Nah, he was white. I know you had a hard time growing up. He in the NFL now, so he ain't got those problems. But
his
I can imagine.
Money now.
Exactly. So interesting because I got familiar with you as Dub. Obviously, like I said, my first introduction to you was Perfect Timing. And that's why I was bringing that up, because I remember listening to that whole thing through and through, and I had it on replay all the time. Favorite Things, probably one of my favorites. So whoever did that track went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was one of, and you did a lot of music with Jake and Papa, right?
Yeah, my boys.
You still do a lot of music with them.
Yeah.
And so you transitioned. The last song I remember you on as Dub wasn't one with Nipsey Hussle, which I'm sure after doing that had a huge impact in your career, right?
Bro.
Talk to me about you doing a song with Nip.
Bro, I was trying to get Nip forever. Like, I met Nip in probably 08. I came to this event. It was like he was with Steve Lobel. You know what I mean? He introduced us. We were supposed to do some shit, but it just never really happened. You know what I mean? But he knew who I was, and I obviously knew who he was. So we had that mutual respect for each other.
Did when he see it, he was like, "Man, this dude look like me." Because I know you get that all the time.
Nah. What's so crazy is when he brought me out. We're gonna get back to how it happened, but as far as people saying we look alike, the first person that say, "Hey, are you like his cousin or something?" was Lauren.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Huh?
I went to a show and she was like, y'all related? You Eritrean or Eritrean?"
Uh-huh.
I'm like, nah. Well, at least I don't know.
Right,
You know
right.
what
I
I'm
don't know.
saying?
Right,
Like,
right,
I need
right.
to do that 23andMe shit or
Yeah.
something. I probably do. You know what I'm saying? I'm skinny. I got this forehead. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I tell people all the time, I probably am when they ask me. They're like, "You African?" I said, "I'm sure I am." But back to how y'all get to the song is take days off or don't take days off, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it happened. So I found out later on that the homies put it together.
Mm.
You know, my homies put it together. I thought he naturally just hit me because one of the homies was like, well, that was at my manager at the time, Easy. He was like, "Hey man, Nip said send him something right now," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like at the time, I'm staying with my homie Baker man in Compton. Um, I didn't have shit, bro. I didn't have nothing.
Wow.
Like at least to send him that I knew was special.
Right, right.
You know, I had records, but I'm like, nah, this not it. This not it. This not it. So I pick a beat and I start writing to it. I send the beat to my manager. He's like, nah, that's not it, bro. He said, what about the beat that Remix gave you? And this is Remix is the homie out of Vegas that do he make beats. So, bro, I had this beat for a year. That beat, like y'all know how iconic that track is.
Yeah.
I had that beat sitting for a year and I never did anything.
It'd be like
to
that.
it because it was so hard that I couldn't come up with nothing to it. Like some things just be so special that where you just wanted to let it naturally flow.
Yeah.
But that day, I guess by him calling, it motivated something in me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even write, bro. Honestly, like just like how the mic in front of me right now, I was pushing record, and then I'm just like I'm bobbing to it, and I'm like okay, and then I come up with the hook. I start I came up with the melody and I felt it in with words. I'm like, damn, that's kind of hard. Like, you know what I mean? It's simple, but it's like a chant and it's motivational. And then I did the verse first. My verse originally was first. And he did his verse second. So I give him he do his verse, but he hit us like, hey, bro, I know that was a feature for y'all, but I need this song.
Wow.
We was like, what the fuck? He was like, I want to put it on Victory Lap. So the camp was like,
it's
nigga,
up, right?
Go ahead, like take it, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for sure, like go ahead.
Yeah.
So we riding off a high, like damn, this shit about to be on Nip debut album. You know what I'm saying? So he hit us like 2-3 months later. He like, hey Dub, I ain't gonna put it on Victory Lap, but you know, I'm gonna put it on this shit with DJ Drama called Crenshaw. And I was like, I was kind of a little bummed, but then I was brought back up because I'm like, well, it's a drama tape.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna go up. This Nip first drama tape. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, that's still a good look. Yeah. We was looking at the album.
Of course.
You know?
Of course.
But we was like, all right, cool. It's still a good look. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool, right? It come out, bro. It's like a whole new resurgence for my career. Like everybody, I'm talking about everybody hitting me, bro. I'm getting interviews by everybody. Motherfucking LeBron playing this shit. Like, and it's like, I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. And this is before like social media was like social media now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He tweeted it. Like,
yeah,
this shit
Twitter
going
was
crazy.
hot, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no Instagram like that.
It'd be even crazier with that.
Well, it was. Let me take that back. Instagram was out.
It wasn't like it is today. I'm with you. Social media, yeah.
It wasn't called the gram yet.
Right.
You know, it was just Instagram.
It wasn't even IG yet.
Yeah. It was just Instagram. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when that shit came out, bro, I felt like all them looks that I was getting like throughout my career, because like it'll go like this.
Yeah.
When you get a look, and then you gotta kind of do like this again, and then something else happened to do like that.
Roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster, bro. So it was like a rebirth. You know what I'm saying? So then I just used the momentum. Like every time I got little looks like that, I always used it to my advantage. Oh, you want to interview me? Oh, you want to do a verse for me? So I'll get features off of it. I'll get new relationships off of it. So like Nip really looked out. And then what happened was he always every time he did a show in LA, hey Dub, come out and perform.
So especially that track, especially right, because
Bro,
that track is
bro, that shit did so much for me, bro.
wow.
Like just coming out, he brought me out at the Palladium. He had Diddy there
Yeah.
and all type of motherfuckers there. And Diddy came up to me like, yo, bro, you was talking to him.
No, you
You was
was.
talking to him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, keep it up. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. Like, so like the people that looked out for me, like Nip, Game, and whoever through my career, I always gotta salute because it's like that's free marketing,
Yeah.
you know. And I was able to steal some of their fans off of that stuff like that. You know what I mean? And just trying to do it yourself you can get there, but it's not gonna be the same route. You know what I'm saying? That helps like getting those features and that camaraderie. You know?
I mean, I was happy to see it, especially
Yeah.
where Nip was, and then I saw you. Like I said, perfect time. I really caught on to you, and then I started following from there. So when I seen that, I'm like, oh, this is dope. And you came off crazy. You know what I'm
I had
saying?
to, bro.
Sitting in the back like damn, trying to turn a grand to bands. You know what I'm saying? You went crazy, right? So I thought that was super dope, man. I can imagine that lifted your career because right after that was Victory Lap.
Yeah.
So and the whole world knew he was. Now everybody wanted his catalog, and you were a part of that. And him not being here no more, rest in peace. I know man. That that has to be even deeper now for you that you have that history with him, man. I mean, it definitely affected everybody, but directly, you have a different relationship, man. How did that affect you when Nip's passed?
Bro, listen, you want to know what's so crazy? I was the day before, I was at the Marathon store. I was trying to catch Nip, but I called Black Sam. Me and Black Sam cool too. So Black Sam, I'm like, man, let's do another one, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let's get another one in. He like, man, it's overdue, bro.
Yeah.
It's overdue. Let's get in the studio. I think it was like he said like next Tuesday or something. Wow. So I went back to Vegas. Dog, the day I was on the 15, bro, my neighbor in my building in Vegas was like, hey, have you seen Twitter? I'm like, nah, what's up? She like, Nip got shot. They saying he dead. I'm like, hell no. I said, you tripping. Get off my phone. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I hang up, bro. And I go on Twitter while I'm driving. I'm like,
yeah, I need to see.
And then I see him laid out. And then I see him like, they pumping on him and shit. And I'm like, dog, that don't look good. So I'm like, yo, this shit cannot be real. I'm like, nigga, am I like,
yeah,
like if like I promise you, I'm driving, it's broad daylight, but I'm like, nigga, this feel like a dream, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, this cannot be real.
And you was there the day before.
Bro, I was just over there, bro. I was just over there. So I'm like, damn, like, and then Twitter, you know how Twitter, they update you.
Yeah.
He gone. Bro, I was like this the whole time. Like driving. Like I didn't listen to no music. And I just got on I probably was on the 15 for like 30 minutes. So I still had like 2 hours to go. So it was just like wide eye, like what the fuck? Like
yeah.
And then I'm thinking about going back, and then they like, nah, don't go back, bro. Like it's too much shit going on. It's about to go crazy. Like,
yeah.
Cause at the time, we thinking like, just you go immediately to some gangbanging shit. Like,
of course.
Man, I know they didn't do it. I know.
Right. Street shit, right.
Because like even though, the 60s got enemies,
Nip was, it's different.
People looked at Nip like, nah, we ain't touching Nip. Yeah. Like, we fuck with Nip.
Yeah.
Like, he from over there, but we ain't fucking with Nip. Like, you know? So I was like, nah, I was saying to myself, I was like, I know they not going to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, I know it. I said, bro, I guarantee you it's not like a enemy hood.
Yeah.
It's some internal shit.
Yeah.
And literally that's what it was, bro. And I was just like, damn, bro. It was just like unfortunate, bro. Like some shit that really just didn't have to happen, bro. You know what I mean?
Man, just like you said, because Brutus killed Caesar, you know what I mean? And Judas killed Jesus. He called it, Right. So man, anyways, yeah, man, I know that had to affect you differently, but I want to shine a broader light, man, on another celebrity relationship. You just recently did a songs with Style P, I saw that and I took a
Mhm.
listen to that. It's called Up. You know what I'm saying? If it's
Mhm.
up, then it's up.
Mhm.
Man, what's up with Styles P, man? What he got going on, man?
Whew.
How'd you get him out? Or did he bring you out? You tell me how the story went.
Man, like I did a situation for this project. My homie Frost, he has a record label called the Frost Team, and he has a production company, 1 Million Spooks under his label.
Mm-hmm.
So we just did a situation where we did a project together. He did, they did all the beats, the Frost Team and 1 Million Spooks. And so as we was knocking out the records, right? He was like, "Who do you see on this? Who do you see on that? Who do you know?" And I'm the type of person, I don't really just go for like any name. I literally listen to it sonically, like who would sound good on this.
Mm-hmm.
That record seemed like, and it's like it was 50 years of hip hop. That record seemed like some real grimy hip hop shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it ain't nobody grimier than Ghost
Right.
or Jada.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we got Ghost on it, bro, uh and then when we was like, oh, let's see if you will shoot the video, and he like, yeah, I got you. I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, cool. So the video coming out next week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right on. Right. We'll drop the date for that because ain't no telling when people
I
gonna
don't
see
know,
this.
bro.
But next
I
week.
don't
Okay.
know. Well,
All
the
right.
video gonna be out when this come out.
There
For
it
sure.
is. There
My
it is. I
bad.
can check it out. So
But yeah, bro. Ghost, he showed nothing but love, bro. Actually, he just texted me today.
that's dope.
He
So
said,
you
keep shining, beloved, or something. He
so
said,
so
but
your camp reached out to him or and that's how y'all put it together or
yeah. We
okay.
reached out, you know what I'm
Right on.
saying? And he was messing with it, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope.
Everybody on the project, they genuinely mess with me, you know what I'm saying? So
And before that, I think the most recent track was the Snowfall in LA. Is that
yeah,
correct?
like I just
Uh-huh.
yeah, like I was throwing out stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes
It's working. Yeah.
sometimes when I'm too quiet, bro, like cause I know that I have like real like cult fans that
Yeah.
really fuck with me. Like
Mm-hmm.
even if I'm not putting nothing out, they still listen to the current stuff. I mean the stuff that's already like,
Yeah.
the whole catalog. But I know how much they do love like new releases and new music
Yeah.
from me. So
Uh-huh.
sometimes when I'm too quiet, bro, because I record on a regular basis. It's just I don't put out shit all the time.
Yeah.
Because I don't like putting shit out and it fall on deaf ears, like in a speak, like if I don't have a marketing plan together,
Yeah.
you know. But sometimes I throw something out, just like, okay, this for the co-fans, like the people that just gonna find this Quincey White song, like, you know what I'm
That's a
saying?
Lil Wayne effect, like the Sorry for the Wait. You know what I mean? I think he did that
Yeah,
incredibly, you know.
yeah,
So
no, for sure. So that's why I'll put out little loose songs here and there. But
yeah,
I really don't really like releasing music without, because especially nowadays, it's so easy to get your music out,
yeah.
but it's so hard to get it out too at the same time
There's so
because
much.
it's oversaturated.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody rapping, everybody got a podcast, everybody got everything, bro.
So let me ask you about that. How has that changed for you? Because we didn't really talk about it much, but
Right.
you started the music game where it was you got to sell your CD physically to
Okay,
somebody,
okay.
and now you just upload it and the whole world has access to it. Has that changed any of your approach to the music? Yeah, how's that changed the industry for you?
Okay, so like you said, so our marketing was printing up thousands of CDs, literally hitting the streets because we figured out, all right, we gotta take over LA first.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So we was performing anywhere we can perform at. We was giving out thousands of CDs. We was pressing out flyers. We was going to colleges, handing out the CDs and flyers, posting up the mixtape flyers.
yeah.
And at the time, what was big, those sites were big, like
That Piff.
that Piff,
Yeah.
Hot New Hip Hop.
Uh-huh. LimeWire. Give me all that.
Yeah, that was before, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you in the same ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
But so that was our internet, like, you know what I'm saying? So I did get my mixtapes on those things and they did well off of street promo.
Uh-huh.
Only in LA though.
Uh-huh.
Like we went hard. We went to all type of colleges. So doing that grassroots, right? To now you can't even print your CD up. Now it has to be digital, right? So it's like it's harder because Instagram and all these platforms, they shadow ban you. You know, they only like you can have 100,000 and they only showing 20,000 of
Right.
your fans, and these are genuine fans that you got over time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that now they're not showing your art to everybody because you have to pay for ad dollars.
Yeah.
So now they're making it harder for artists to get the art out for free.
Well, let me ask you: is it because if you were paying for presses and paying for flyers, wouldn't you just put that same money into the ad
Nah,
dollars?
it ain't the same amount of money.
Okay, yeah. Tell me,
It
correct me, correct me.
It ain't the same amount of money. Like to you got to put like some real money behind these ads.
Yeah,
Like
to make it make sense.
yeah, like you know.
I mean, but like, what was the cost of you got to print up 2,000 CDs? Is that not the same cost?
My homie Quiz at the time, I think he was doing like, what was he doing? 50 cents a CD?
Okay.
Or something like that.
Okay.
So it was some money.
Mm-hmm.
It was some money, but we wouldn't get thousands at a time. We'll get 500 here, 500 there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe 1,000 this time if we all pitch our shit in. Like, we wasn't getting like tens of thousands at a time. We was getting hundreds and shit. And when we run out, we go get some more. Or, hey, Quiz, hey, we need another 1,000 or 500, whatever. So it's different, bro. It's a different ball game, bro. And also you have to have like content too. You can't just keep posting the same flyer or the same video. You have to find new ways to promote the same thing. You know, and honestly, bro, I'm just a creative. I don't really like make content. You know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to get a little better with my phone. So the people around me are making sure I got great content for me to be consistent on my phone and on my marketing. Cause I'm very sharp when it comes to like putting all that shit together. I can put together my own promo run because I was doing that before. For my own promo run, my whole calendar be full with this and that. So I just like how like, you know, recording since a little kid. So I had to get, you know, once I start losing my team over the years, like all my homies dying and shit, I had to step up and do all that admin work. You know what I'm saying? So just to get your shit out nowadays it's just like a little bit harder, bro. You know what I mean?
It's more hay in the haystack.
Exactly.
So that makes sense, right? So the needles are harder to find.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. It's not like impossible, but it's just like you gotta like really stand out.
For sure. You got and you know, I watched a little documentary on Tekashi 6ix9ine, which regardless of people feel about him, his marketing campaign was incredible. He did everything to stand out. And I think a lot of people have to try to figure that out. Like, what's going to be my gimmick? Or do I got to create something that's going to get your attention that I'm not really with? So I think it is a challenge for people with values or stand on something, you know, it's tough.
Honestly, like you said, that word gimmick, I feel like if I was like, oh, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, I probably could get a little steam faster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just me, bro.
Right.
Like, when these lights turn off and these headphones is off, bro, I'm still the same person.
Right.
You know
you still gotta be a daddy.
Yeah, like no, I'm like regular, bro.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Like I pull up on my homies, we'll go do regular shit. Like I'm not a like I rap good, but I'm not a rapper, bro. Like, you know, like I don't like niggas wear costumes around this shit, bro. And I'm just like, I stay far away from it because sometimes it's like not genuine.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you, do you think that has at certain points not maybe hurt your career or maybe like postpone it because you just like, bro, I'm not working with that person or I'm just not doing it?
Yeah, it's not about not working with somebody. It's just like I fuck with who I fuck with.
Yeah.
And for me to add you into that, it has to be like a genuine like occasion to where
organic.
It's organic, bro. Like because I tried to like honestly, because like homies that were my managers or whatever, they tried to talk me into like, bro, you're too antisocial, you're too isolated, get out and fuck with niggas, pull up on niggas. I tried to do that. Niggas was fake. Hey, let's get in the studio. All right, pull up, bro. What's the addy? Red.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nigga, I don't need a verse from you. I can out rap you.
Yeah. Like,
I got to a point I was like, all right, fuck niggas. Like I'm just gonna out rap everybody and then y'all gonna come to me.
Yeah.
Like not even on no arrogant shit though. I was just like, you know what? Fuck niggas. Like straight up. I'm gonna just do me, bro, and fuck with who fuck with me genuinely.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna come back, and then
Yeah.
I gotta figure out how I want to handle you at that point.
Let me ask you this
You know?
right now. I feel that, right? So I'm gonna ask this question because I think this is important. In as we get into the fourth quarter here of our interview, has there been a time where you was like, man, I'm about to get this rap shit up. I'm
Oh,
just
for
about to.
sure.
Yeah, I want to. That's what people want to
Bro,
know. Yeah, let's talk about that.
honestly, this gonna fuck y'all up. Before this project.
Mm.
Before this project, bro. Like, for like the last 3 years, bro, I had like a bad writer's block.
Mm.
And it was off of like being depressed. Just off how life was going, like my regular shit, my career based shit. Like I said, homies leaving, and I just like, man, like I just had to find a new motivation for it. You know what I'm saying? And it was very difficult, bro. It was like I felt like I failed because I'm like, dog, I've been doing this shit since a kid. I never really went and got a job. You know, I went and got odd jobs when it was bad. Like I need some money.
Yeah.
So I go do some shit, wear a hoodie or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like be in a warehouse somewhere where I hope nobody know who the fuck I am.
Wow.
And, you know, and I was just like, nah, bro. I was like, life is so short, right? And I'm so close, bro. I'm like, I'm doing legendary shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I gotta keep going, bro. I gotta have the mentality of a Michael Jordan, of a Terrence Bud Crawford, which is my, favorite boxer now. You know what I'm saying? I
His
mean,
story's incredible.
before the Spence fight, you know. But that type of shit is what motivated me. Seeing the mentality, cause like honestly, bro, it's a lot of talented motherfuckers out here, like that can rap. It's a lot of people that can rap.
Yep.
But what separates the greats from the goods is this. Literally, bro. If you so locked in, like you can surpass somebody that's really good because y'all both have like the technical skills, but your mindset and your drive and your determination to get what you want and make it look how you want it to look, it's all up there, bro. And when I started to realize that, I was like, nah, bro, I'm about to get what's mine. Like honestly, and this is no disrespect to nobody, but LA is wide open right now, especially for what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like we always had the party shit, the gangster, the gangster sound or whatever. But as far as this lyricism shit, it's wide open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like real relatable rap, like hip hop, like that's me, bro. And I don't sound like nobody.
You talked a little bit. You mentioned, this project coming up. So I want to ask you about that and whatever you can talk about within this project coming up. But tell us a little bit about that process.
Bro, like I just recorded it all at my house. I got a studio in my dining room. The homie sent me the beats and I was just knocking the shit out, bro. I feel like this project, like I said, this is a special project because this is the first one like out of my rut. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's refreshing for me to get it off my chest to step back out. I mean, like not the first project out the rut, like I put out 7 Love Languages, right?
Yeah, last year.
Last year. So that was like in the midst of the writer's block. But this one is like.
But let me ask you something because you tried something new on that one, right?
Yeah, that was just for the females.
No, right. So what's
so that was easier to talk about though. That was easier to talk about because I didn't have my fair share of relationships and encounters with women, so I was able to draw from real life shit, right?
Yeah.
But with this is just like pure skills and technical shit and barring and reaching back into my past for stories and stuff. So I had to be in a different place to clearly think about these thoughts for this project. And I knew that this project was going to be on a bigger scene, a bigger scale than my last one I put out because I'm doing a full promo run. So I had to really lock in on this one, bro. And we got a lot of shit. Like outside of the music, it's a lot of content we got. And I think the people are really going to enjoy this side of me.
What can the people expect that you can share? I mean, is there a release date? Do you got some features you can share? If it's all a secret, then let us know it's all a secret. But what can you share from the project that's going to come out soon?
Coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to realize the single just dropped, so the project ain't too far,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But the features, I just want people to be excited. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say it and then like, oh damn, he got blah blah on it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to when the cover drop and the track list and show like, oh
Mm-hmm.
shit, okay,
Yeah.
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I always kind of moved with some type of level of mysteriousness. So I, I'm gonna just let people be surprised and shocked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, coming soon.
Coming soon.
That's all we got for you. Last question is probably gonna be one of the hardest ones, but my second to last question. Top 3 LA artists of all time. Give them to me. Come on with it.
Ooh, shit. Okay, LA.
Just LA alone.
Top 3, bro.
Yeah, I did. That's what I want to do to you.
Yeah, you got me fucked up right
I
now.
know.
Okay, we got to go with Cube.
All right. Yep.
Got to go with Snoop, dog.
Okay. I'm not mad at the
Cube,
Snoop because of his
Snoop.
influence.
We talking about bars or
I'm just your top
just
3.
impact?
Your top 3.
Yeah, Snoop,
however you put it together.
Snoop hard, nigga.
Nah, for sure.
Follow me. Come on, my nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, nah, Snoop, Cube, and
this last one's gonna be hard. I ain't know.
shit.
I give you an honorable mention if that helps you. You know what I'm saying? I give you an honorable mention.
Me?
Yeah, like so you can give me a fourth one as an honorable mention. I didn't make the top 3, but give me that third one, then you can have an honorable mention. So that give you 2 more spots.
I'm gonna have to go with Dot, man.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the honorable mention that don't make the top 3, but they right there?
Damn, LA, bro. Cause like when I be thinking of LA, I just be thinking about West Coast rappers.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But LA, I'm putting Nip in there, bro.
Okay, that's fair. No, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair. I thought Nip was gonna make the first 3 for sure. Yeah.
I was thinking 2 back, like you know what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, I'm tripping. I'm Nip, nigga.
I seen somebody drop a top 50 California, which was interesting. I'm sorry, top 50 LA, which is interesting. And
this is like all time.
Yeah, I seen it like maybe like a week ago. Man, if I find it again, I'm gonna shoot it to you. I think I sent it to my homeboy. I'm gonna shoot it to you.
I don't want to see it if I ain't on it. I know I'm not on it.
You wasn't on it. No, you wasn't on it. You wasn't on it.
That's blasphemy.
But it's a whole lot of people that wasn't. But you know, a lot of people disagree.
50 niggas over me, bro.
Yeah,
in the all-time of rap.
50 in LA.
From LA?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Now there are some people on there that I know you're gonna have a problem with.
Who was that?
I ain't gonna say no names because you know they might see this, but
I don't care.
I'm gonna treat it like I'm gonna treat it like Cam Newton. I know it's not 32 people out there that's better than me, right?
Right,
Cam Newton say.
Straight up.
Man, well, one thing I want to say, man, is thank you for coming, man, and spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did, man.
I definitely enjoyed talking to you and learning more about your story. And I think that people who watch this will learn more about you. And I say this all the time. Whenever there's an artist that I learn about, I become a fan. When I learn their story, it makes me more of a fan because it's like, okay, now I see where the music is coming from.
Right.
Now I understand the process of what they go through. My final and last question, and always my final and last question, any advice you would have for people out there that's going to see this, some life advice, because you have your own experience. So what's some life advice you would give to people that's going to see this?
Man, find your passion. Find your passion, because I feel like life without passion is like you feel like you don't have no purpose. You know what I mean? You can have God. That's very important. You have God, right? Make sure you have God. That's your foundation. But as far as what's gonna keep you going, you got to find out why you are here, why you are important. You know what I'm saying? It don't gotta be a rapper, a basketball player. Like, even if you want to be an electrician or whatever you want to do, like, just make sure that's something you love to do. You know, and even if you have a job, then your passion is like when you come home from your job, make sure you pour into that though, because that's what's gonna bring you the happiness with inside and the drive to keep going and just the motivation. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that, man.
Hey, well, man, I appreciate that, and I would agree wholeheartedly. You know,
Yes, sir.
my dad growing up always told me, "Hey, find what you like to do and find a
Mhm.
way to get paid for it." That's
Yep.
literally embedded that in my mind.
Mhm.
Find what you like to do and find a way to get paid for it. So I appreciate you sharing your passion once again. It's been a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. You have been just introduced. If you didn't already know who he was, I'm sure you did, Mr. Quincey White.